next guest found in cancer a calling of her life. And through her own experience, she founded Adventure Therapy as an outlet to serve others impacted by cancer. To share more about her story and how the foundation operates is the founder of the Adventure Therapy Foundation, Lauren Huffmaster. Lauren, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, very excited to talk about this foundation that you created. But before we get into the foundation, your story is such an intricate part of this. So tell me a little bit about you and your journey with cancer.
Absolutely. When I was diagnosed, my children were 2, 4, and 6. So if you can just imagine, I had been pregnant and nursing, and now all of a sudden I have cancer, and we're talking about years of life in treatment. And when I started, I couldn't find many resources for parents with young children. I think the assumption was maybe that people are older when they get cancer, but today a lot more young women are finding themselves with a diagnosis. So I had to find my own way to raise my children in a life that they would never have a memory that wasn't impacted by cancer. And so I had to figure out, what does that mean? Cancer can impact you negatively or positively. And so I had to create a culture in our home that gave them resilience and helped them to find good in every situation. And as I saw them change and grow with this culture in our home, I realized a lot of people could use these tools. And I started to push out a little bit and provide this for other people.
Well, I commend you to just taking that step and reflecting on your own personal journey. You mentioned resilience and really preaching that to your children. What did you personally have to go through to build up that resilience?
Yeah, at the beginning, like everyone else, all I could think about was cancer equals death. Metastatic stage 4 cancer means I'm gonna die. And I had to push through that dark season. There was about 10 weeks where that's all I could think of. Wow. But once I moved through there a little bit, I realized I had already lost myself. I was no longer me, the person I wanted my kids to know. And so I had to make an intentional shift and decide that I wanted to live by another mindset. And I just chose to start living in a state of hope, irrational optimism, like huge hope that something good would always come for me. When I needed it, the treatments would be there. And I started living in that. And that gave me purpose. It got me out of the day-to-day where all I thought of was treatment, and got me into a sort of a different mental plane where I could start thinking about, what does it mean? What could I be today? What could this moment mean? If I don't have 20 years, then let's put all the purpose and intention into today.
Wow. Oh my goodness. You just gave me chills just listening to you on that. Thank you so much for sharing your journey. I know it's deeply personal, but you then founded Adventure Therapy. So tell me about this foundation and how it helps so many other families out there going through the same situation.
Absolutely. So I knew I needed to make this important. This whole cancer journey would be my life, and so I needed to give it purpose. So I decided to start a nonprofit. And when I did that, I started off with retreats, because I knew that you feel trapped often, and I wanted to give people back into nature so they could sort of unravel. They could stop staying in their little box and start to feel and breathe again. Give them permission to laugh and even try new things. And so we started there. Then COVID happened, and we couldn't really travel as much. But that gave me the opportunity to start thinking about what's deeper, what's under the surface here. And then I started thinking about what I've now called the emotional side effects of cancer. And these are, we know about the regular side effects. We lose our hair, right? And we're tired and we're sick. But what is it doing to our relationships? What is it doing to our mental health? And there's very little conversation right now in the country about this question. And so I defined this, I created this on my own term, emotional side effects of cancer. And what we do now is really educate and give people the tools they need to overcome these things and minimize them in their home, in their culture, in their home. I deeply believe that cancer will be different for the next generation, but it's already impacting them. So if we don't give them the tools today to deal with the mental health and the long term of living with cancer, then they're already shifted, they've already changed because of cancer. And so it's important that we're creating books, we're creating videos, we're providing services around how a parent first has to understand how to deal with the emotional side effects of cancer, but once I, as a mom, know, I can then teach my children. This is what we do when things get hard, and this is what we hope for when things get hard. And that helps them move forward no matter what circumstance comes in their life, whether it's cancer or any other hardship.
Well, that is just incredible, the work that you are doing with Adventure Therapy. Now, one final question for you before I let you go. What is it that you want people, families, or maybe even cancer patients alike to take away from the foundation?
Yeah, I think it's really important that we all just acknowledge that fear, isolation, a broken identity, these are typical. This is a normal experience in cancer. So if you're feeling afraid, if you're feeling alone, you are not the only one. Find a nonprofit, find a group somewhere where you can just meet one other person with cancer. And that will eliminate and help really minimize all of those things that become overwhelming in the story of your life.
Yeah, and very isolating as well.
Absolutely.
Right? Well, thank you so much for being vulnerable and sharing your story and your foundation with us. We really appreciate it, Lauren.
I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, thank you.